Imagine being able to learn anything, a language, a skill, a sport, a craft 10 times faster than you ever thought possible. Sounds impossible, right? And yet, for centuries, Japanese masters have sworn by a secret so powerful that it transforms complete beginners into experts with unbelievable speed. But almost no one outside Japan has ever heard of it. So let me ask you this. What if the reason you struggle to learn isn't lack of talent, but the wrong method? Picture a young martial arts student stepping into a dimly lit dojo for the first time. He's clumsy, nervous, unsure where to start, and within months, he moves with precision, confidence, and flow, as if every motion was carved into his body. What changed? He followed a path hidden in plain sight, a path called Shuhari, a three-stage journey that can reshape the way your brain absorbs knowledge. If you stay with me for the next few minutes, I'll show you how this ancient Japanese method can transform the way you learn forever. A Shuhari. For centuries, Japan has been home to some of the world's most disciplined warriors, artisans, musicians, and thinkers. From sword masters who trained for decades to calligraphers whose every brushstroke expressed a lifetime of dedication, the Japanese approach to learning has always been both spiritual and scientific. But hidden within those traditions lies a single principle, a roadmap that explains why Japanese masters could achieve such extraordinary skill with such consistency. That principle is Shuhari. Shuhari is more than a technique, it is a philosophy, a journey, a blueprint for how humans truly learn, evolve, and eventually transcend the limits of technique itself. The word comes from martial arts, especially Aikido and Kendo, where it has been used for generations to guide students from their first clumsy movements all the way to complete mastery. But what makes Shuhari extraordinary is that it doesn't just apply to combat. Over time, artists, chefs, musicians, writers, and even business leaders have adopted it to accelerate progress in every discipline imaginable. So, what is Shuhari? It is a three-stage path of growth. Shu, follow the rules. Ha, break the rules. Ri, transcend the rules. Together, these stages create a powerful system that mirrors how the brain actually learns. It starts with structure, then expands into experimentation, and finally evolves into freedom and mastery. In a world where people jump randomly between tutorials, shortcuts, and hacks, Shuhari brings back something essential: clarity, a sequence, a direction, a way to learn anything deeply and far faster than through chaotic trial and error. Today, the method is being rediscovered in modern learning, productivity systems, education, and even high performance coaching. Companies use it to train employees. Athletes use it to sharpen technique. Creators use it to find their voice. And you can use it to learn any skill faster, deeper, and more sustainably. B. Stage 1. Shu, the discipline. The first stage of Shuhari, Shu, is the foundation. The word means to obey, to protect, or to follow. In this phase, you don't create, you don't innovate, you don't try to be unique. You learn by imitating the best, by absorbing their techniques, by drilling fundamentals until they become part of your body and mind. Many people resist this stage. They want to be original from the start. They want shortcuts, personal styles, and fast results. But every master knows you cannot break the rules until you have truly learned them. Shu is where discipline is forged. Meaning of Shu, Shu is the disciplined repetition of proven techniques. You surrender your ego, accept that you are a beginner, and commit to learning from those who came before you. In martial arts, Shu means repeating the same stance, the same strike, the same block hundreds of times until they become automatic. In cooking, Shu means following the recipe exactly, even if it feels boring. In language learning, Shu means memorizing grammar rules and basic vocabulary before trying to speak like a poet. In business, Shu means replicating systems that already work rather than inventing new ones prematurely. Real world examples: when a sushi apprentice in Japan begins training, they often spend months simply washing rice, not touching fish, not slicing anything, not assembling rolls. Why? Because the master knows that mastery begins with foundational discipline. If the rice is wrong, everything else collapses. Musicians go through the same process. Before playing beautiful compositions, they repeat scales, chords, and exercises. If you skip this stage, your technique becomes unstable forever. Athletes, too, are built in the Shu stage. A boxer starts with footwork, a football player drills basic movements, a dancer rehearses posture and alignment for months. How to apply Shu today? Follow one teacher or one system instead of jumping between methods. Focus on fundamentals rather than advanced tricks. Repeat foundational exercise daily. Limit distractions and creativity urges. Study the masters not to copy forever, but to understand the structure they mastered. Shu is where you build your learning engine. It is slow at first, but once the foundation is strong, everything else accelerates dramatically. Mistakes to avoid: trying to be unique too early, jumping between too many sources, getting bored and abandoning the basics, confusing slow progress with no progress, looking for shortcuts instead of committing to mastery. The truth is simple. Most people never reach mastery because they never master the basics. If you stay in Shu long enough, you create a foundation powerful enough to support everything that comes next. C. Stage 2. Ha, the break. After discipline comes Ha, the second stage of Shuhari. Ha means to break, to separate, or to digress. Once you have mastered the rules, you now begin to bend them. This is the stage where creativity finally enters. And it is where your individuality begins to emerge. Meaning of Ha. Ha is the moment you lift your head from the textbook and start exploring alternatives. You question what you've learned. You experiment. You try new combinations. You look at different teachers, different sources, and different strategies. You no longer imitate, you iterate. This is not rebellion for rebellion's sake. It is thoughtful innovation. Because you built a solid foundation doing Shu, you can now explore without losing structure. How creativity emerges. Creativity is not magic. It is the natural byproduct of deep familiarity. When your brain no longer struggles with the basics, it finally has energy to think beyond them. This is why musicians start improvising only after mastering scales. This is why martial artists develop unique movements only after repeating traditional forms thousands of times. Creativity is not the opposite of discipline, it is the evolution of discipline. Real life examples. Think of Bruce Lee. He studied many martial arts styles, but only after mastering them. Then in the Ha stage, he broke away and created Jeet Kune Do, a personal style built on deep knowledge and careful experimentation. In writing, authors begin with grammar and structure, but later break rules intentionally to create unique voices. In technology, innovators like Steve Jobs started by studying existing systems before breaking them open to create something new. Chefs in top Japanese kitchens start by copying traditional dishes, but after years of repetition, they begin adding their own flair, a new texture, a new flavor, a new technique. That is Ha. Techniques to accelerate the Ha stage. Study multiple teachers after you've absorbed the first one. Mix different methods and approaches. Ask why instead of just how. Keep a journal of experiments. Try challenges that push your limits. Embrace mistakes as part of innovation. Ha is where learning becomes fun, where curiosity becomes your guide, and where your personal style begins to show. D, stage 3. Re, the mastery. The final stage of Shuhari is Re, the stage of transcendence. Re means to leave, to separate from, or to go beyond. At this level, you no longer follow the rules. You no longer break them. You move freely, without thinking, without forcing, without hesitation. Your skill becomes an extension of your identity. Meaning of Re. Re is the stage where mastery becomes natural. You don't think about technique, you are the technique. A master swordsman does not consciously choose each movement, their body simply responds. A master musician no longer reads sheet music, they create music from emotion and intuition. A master entrepreneur sees patterns instantly that others miss. Why true mastery feels effortless. When people watch a master perform, they often say, "It looks so easy." But it looks easy because it is the result of thousands of hours spent in Shu, then refined in Ha, until every unnecessary motion disappeared. Masters eliminate effort through muscle memory, mental clarity, deep pattern recognition, emotional calm, full integration of knowledge, how to create your own style. Re is where your voice emerges, your signature, your personal approach. You take everything you've learned, the techniques, the experiments, the failures, and create something that is uniquely yours. To reach Re, remove unnecessary steps, trust your intuition, create your own frameworks. Teach others. Teaching reveals mastery. Focus on depth, not surface level trends. What separates masters from amateurs? Masters embrace fundamentals, honor their teachers, adapt constantly, reflect deeply, never stop learning. Amateur skip basics, seek shortcuts, chase trends, avoid discomfort, quit early. Re is not the end of the journey, it is simply the moment where learning becomes seamless and infinite. E, applying Shuhari to modern skills. Shuhari is not just for martial artists. You can apply it today to almost any skill and see dramatic results. Content creation, Shu, study successful creators. Copy their formats, structures, pacing, lighting, and tone. Ha, begin experimenting with new edits, storytelling styles, and creative twists. Re, develop your own recognizable brand of visual identity. Studying Shu, follow proven learning systems like spaced repetition, note-taking frameworks, or structured textbooks. Ha, try new memorization techniques, mix digital tools, or reorganize concepts. Re, develop your own study method optimized for your brain. learning a language. Shu, learn basic grammar, pronunciation, and everyday vocabulary. Ha, start speaking freely, breaking sentences, trying variations. Re, think directly in the language without translating. Sports. Shu, learn technique slowly and precisely. Ha, try variations, adapt to different situations, add creativity. Re, play intuitively, your body reacts faster than your thoughts. Entrepreneurship. Shu, study proven business models, marketing principles, and operational frameworks. Ha, start innovating new products, audiences, systems. Rai, build a company that reflects your unique philosophy and strategy. Shuhari gives you a map for learning anything in the right order at the right time. F, evidence divided by psychology behind it. What makes Shuhari so powerful is how closely it aligns with how the brain naturally learns. Cognitive science. The Shu stage activates the brain's procedural memory systems. Repetition creates neural pathways. Ha activates the prefrontal cortex, experimentation, problem solving, adaptation. Rai shifts more activity to the basal ganglia and cerebellum fluid, automatic performance. How habits form. Habits are built through structured repetition. Shu creates strong habits. Ha challenges them, Re perfects them. Repetition plus creativity equals mastery. The combination of foundational repetition and creative expansion matches the way expert level memory and skill formation work. Neuroscientists call this automaticity, the ability to perform complex actions without conscious effort. Shuhari isn't mystical, it's deeply practical. It's the ancient Japanese learning system perfectly aligned with modern psychology. If this journey into Shuhari opened your eyes to a new way of learning, then imagine what will happen when you apply it to every skill you've ever dreamed of mastering. The path of Shuhari isn't just a method, it's a mindset, a way of living, a reminder that mastery is not reserved for the gifted. It's earned by those who choose the right path and walk it with intention. So if you're ready to keep growing, keep evolving, and keep unlocking the hidden potential inside you, make sure you subscribe, follow, and stay connected, because this is only the beginning. If you like Shuhari, you're gonna love this one. Until then, remember this: mastery is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. And Shuhari is the map that can guide you through every step. Keep practicing, keep experimenting, keep rising. Your next level is already waiting. All you have to do is take the first step